Hello, hello. How's it going, y'all? Wow, this is epic. Epic music here. But I guess it's an epic day. It's Friday. Thank Godot. Thank Godot it's Friday. Seriously. I wasn't gonna make it. if today wasn't Friday. Sorry for the late start. We're doing light. We're doing short streams this week. We're just kind of starting a little late and ending a little early. I didn't even finish Ludum Dare, and yet somehow I was drained, just absolutely emotionally and physically drained by the experience. How's it going? Hey, Magoo. Hey, Arneo. Nyx with the 10 stream streak. 10 whole streams. It's incredible. How's it going, y'all? Welcome to Digital Iliad, episode 348. I guess I do these intros now. We're working on FTL-like games made in Godot, usually when we're not game jamming. We got a couple weeks here without a game jam, so we might as well get some stuff done. You know what's going on right now, which I wish I was at? GodotCon Amsterdam. I think it ended today. I think today was the second day. And for European time, it's probably over. But man, I wish I was here. Still holding out hope for a North America GodotCon. Look at all these great speakers, including our boy No Jewel. Shout out. We've got some great games being showcased, including Wake Cup and Terra Nympha by Pyralis, aka Tobugi. Friends of the channel. I wish I was here. But you know, at least it's Friday. Maybe someday when I'm big and successful, I can just be like, I'm just going to go to Amsterdam for a couple days. Just hang out. Hey, Nanigans, I see you. I do see you. YouTube chat is working today. Can't stay. No worries, Sapphire. Appreciate you stopping by. Hey, Magoo's got the 5 stream streak. Flyby acknowledged. Yeah, actually, we should eventually have like a flyby channel redeem or something. It's a good idea. We'll put that on the list of things that Nyx gets annoyed that I don't get around to. The Nyx of feature the features that I promise, and then just forever just leave as suggestions. Classic. All right, now's my chance. Quick, before the next, like, epic cinematic song starts. Change the radio here. Kind of weird saying 3 digits in your stream streak. Humble brag, Sapphire. Hey, Imperial. How's it going? How's your week, man? Happy Friday. All right. I guess we'll get some work done. We're still in kind of art mode. I just can't work on anything else right now. We got to work on our Steam page. We're still holding out follow up on our proposed capsule art piece. I don't think this is the final arrangement, but these are the elements that I'm thinking of including. I need to improve this whole thing somehow. Probably scoop it up like a clamshell kind of thing. Can I make that more interesting? I don't know. I'm worried about some contrast here between Ripley and Jonesy in the background. Gotta do something about that. But I'm still waiting for some feedback from an artist I trust, aka my partner, on some things. I think I have some contrast issues, and I think I have some composition issues, but I like these elements. I would love to get this up, but there's some other things we need before we have a Steam page. So the game plan is to make a Steam page as early as possible this quarter, by the end of the quarter here. I think we're making good progress. The Steam page has a number of requirements. The capsule art was the piece I showed, which we need to make in a way that we can reframe and use in multiple contexts at multiple resolutions. Then we need some screenshots. So we've been working on some mock-ups for some scenes that we think would be good to include in the screenshots. I'm working on the initial one, which is the full ship view with exterior cutaway. We'll probably reuse that for screenshot 2 in like a desktop companion mode. Then I think we'll have like some menu screens and then maybe just like a life on the ship, kind of like a focus on like actual things happening around. And maybe instead of moving stuff around the cargo hold, maybe it'd be like cargo loading, unloading while docked. So you could see like the ship while it's docked. That could be cool. There's a couple more things. We'll need to start thinking about written descriptions as well, but let's just focus on the mock-up of the ship. We have to actually decide what the ship is going to look like now. This one. We've been mocking up the room. I think we left off. We had just decided to make the cargo hold taller. So we can fix that. Arneo, you'll toss the flyby suggestion in the Discord so we can forget about it? Yeah, thank you. I can't forget about a suggestion until we have a ticket. I can't close a ticket until it's been opened. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but you know. That said, I did make a pet pick channel, so don't say I never did anything for you. I had to do it after Nick started commandeering the discussion channel. My hand was forced. But it's worth it. I do like pet picks. I think today so the cargo hold, I think this is pretty good. The only thing I'm still not 100% on is whether I want the airlock to be on this level. I think it makes more sense for the airlock to be on the upper level. In which case we'll have like a 4-point system. So we'd have like maybe like a little engine room in the back here. And then airlocks on the side. And then the cockpit in the front. But we need to be careful about space. I'm already using more space than I really want to, but I want, at least for the initial version of the ship, for it to be viewable on screen like at all times. Like in its entirety. But yeah, we're kind of just slow walking the week home here. I've not really felt very productive. I'm so bad at this. Just let go of the mouse, Dave. So you don't have to, like, undo your entire action. Just do it in multiple strokes here. So I think this is fine for a cargo hold. What we're really going to need to do is we'll need to figure out what the exterior of the ship is going to look like. I think I want to finish the whole interior, and then I'll like hand draw an exterior. And then we'll probably work backwards from there to figure out what the blocks would be to make that up. Because technically we don't really need it to be blocks, but they should be. They should be breakable into blocks. Otherwise the cutaway system and a bunch of other stuff won't work correctly. What if we do a bit of a terraced thing? I think I kind of want to have like a catwalk going across the top of this. But I'm kind of wondering what to do about the edges. Should I turn those into like walkable platforms? So you could walk around? Eh. Maybe not. What I'm thinking of is having an airlock door on the side, an engineering room over here, and then I guess we'll put the cabin here. The problem is we have to put it in a good spot. If we aren't careful about where we put it, we will have a problem. Here's like a mock-up on in a larger context of what I was doing of like the catwalk. It's all shock white, but I think this pattern generally works. But yeah, what I actually wanted to look at was the sketch. Because this is kind of the arrangement I was thinking of, is you put a room forward, so it's kind of out of the way. You kind of do that for all of them. You know what maybe we want to do? Maybe we want to make the cargo bay longer than it is wide. Because I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to have a problem with this obscuring the behind it. I would want an airlock, and I guess that's okay. I'm also thinking about where to put things like the ladder. I think we just put one in the middle. I have some regret getting rid of the grid. I might actually add a grid layer so I can actually keep track of this stuff. Call it like an underlay, and I'll just say grid layer. Some regrets the way I did this. Hey, Nix. Oh, yeah, I was a little weird that you never said anything except shared with us your stream streak. That went through. Yeah, your VPN. Well, rest assured that they don't know where you are, at least. If nothing else. At least they don't know where you are. Maybe we don't need a grid layer. I don't want to waste my time with that right now. What I will do is I'll make a layer here for the catwalk. And so what I'm thinking is we have the catwalk run from here across the screen. Maybe... I want to have just a ladder right in the middle. But I think that's kind of hard. Where's the thing? Here it is. So like what I opted for here was like ladders on the side. So you could go down. And I guess that's better than trying to put one ladder in the middle. Because if you have one ladder in the middle, then it's like... How do you handle that? Let's grab this. Let's grab this catwalk. So I don't have to redo it myself here. Oh, this is slightly... Oh, this is the old pattern. I hope this still works with the new pattern. So it would be like... The bottom part of this would go up by 1, huh? Yeah, I have to redo this. I don't know what color I would make it, but let's see. Let's go up to here, maybe. Next to the airlock debate, wouldn't multiple airlocks make sense? Having one per level? Rivets. Steampunk. Also, not having the first ship be Serenity is low-key sacrilege. Honestly, all of the ships, at least 2 of them, are going to basically be Serenity. This one's just designed to be very small. So this is designed to be like a single crew ship. So like when you're ready to have a bigger crew, besides just maybe some like robots or something, the idea I think is going to be you'll get a bigger ship. We don't have to do it that way, but that's just what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah. I'm thinking about 2 airlocks, but I'm thinking of having them on opposite sides, which I feel like makes sense from like a redundancy standpoint. So that if one of your airlocks doesn't work, you could use the other one. But yeah, I don't really want it to be on the same level. What if we made it like this? And then in here we did like... It's too bright. I'm not sure I actually want this to be two-tone. I'm just doing it so that I don't accidentally mix the outline and the inner line. Oh, you know what? I should put this in the block layer. Oh, and then this shouldn't necessarily be like one-dimensional, should it? Like there should be some thickness to this, right? Technically, if it's a whole block, it would be like this. Actually, maybe it's okay if it is like, if it has no thickness. I think it'd be weirder if it did. We could do something where we could do some kind of like attachment thing just so that it looks like it's not just nowhere. We could also advance them in a little bit. Hey, Steam Mind. How did I put the layers panel on the side? This little thing right here. This little icon. It's like the sliders. You can just reorient it however you want. So yeah, when I'm usually making a piece that has one frame, but many layers, like a single still, like this, I'll usually put it on the right. And then when I'm animating, I like to keep it on the bottom so you can, you know, have all your frames. But yeah, super useful. Have we considered stairs instead of ladders? Probably harder to fit in, but they make more sense to you. You would never climb a ladder that high. What do you mean? This ladder's only like, you know, a couple of stories tall. The stairs do take up a lot more space. And I kind of want to communicate the jank of this a little bit. Like, this is supposed to be kind of a rust bucket. Yeah, let's be smart and actually put these like up here or something in the legend. And I can make a couple different versions of them. Nix, yeah, side airlocks are cool. If you add in maintenance bays, the tunnel kind that snake through the different bases, connecting everything together, then you'd also add in smaller maintenance airlocks for like smaller drones that are stuck on rails or like emergency doors like that. Oh, interesting. How about ladders inlaid in the wall? Not unreasonable. Not an unreasonable idea, Arneo. I do think we've talked about it before about how you can navigate between walls. So I think the way that we ultimately decided it is instead of having like to deal with the vent problem, we'll just have walls that you can pass into, not through. So that if you're in a vent, you're actually inside a wall. Hold on, someone is insistently calling me. I'm gonna answer real quick. I'll be right back.
He's dead, Jim.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Someone kept just calling me back over and over again. And you know what? You know what they wanted to tell me? They wanted to tell me that someone would call me in a few days. That's what they needed to tell me, was that someone else would call me in a few days. Crazy. We live in a crazy world. Nix, why is it so hard to learn how to play the guitar? Ooh, it is hard, but it's worth it. Doesn't have to be the guitar either. You could learn the bass. You could learn the mandolin. I like the mandolin. I think it makes sense. How's everyone doing? What do we got going on here? You love the inlaid ladder. You could maybe even add an inset. Or add in, I think, add in panels that close onto the ladder. So you could like move stuff in front of the ladder. That's not a bad idea. The problem with doing insets is because of our perspective, I know you didn't suggest an inset, but it might be cool to have a little elevator or something for some of the bigger ships. So you can move stuff between the different airlocks. Or move stuff between different levels if you needed. Nanigans, you would still give the catwalk a bit of depth, even if it's only an extra pixel or two. It otherwise just looks out of place compared to all the other 2.5D stuff. Yeah, that probably makes sense. The person that calls you back in a couple days will just be to let you know they've been trying to reach you regarding your car's extended warranty. Yeah, I wish. No, this is some other service I've been trying to get on behalf of our company. And it has been such a chore. But whatever. All right, so we want to make this a little thicker. I'll make this a little thicker. What is the best way to do that? I mean, the easiest thing to do would be to just add something like this, but I think that's bad. What if we did something like this? What if we did like the bare minimum? Maybe it would be better if we like this. I'm not sure about continuing the... I think this part would what you'd want it to be solid. The side. Not quite sure. Yeah, that doesn't look quite right. Yeah, I don't know what I would want to do for the side of the catwalk. You know what I think I would actually want to do is I wouldn't really want... Maybe we just do literally like 1 pixel here, but maybe what we do is we put railings. Maybe we figure out a way to draw like a side railing. Maybe that's what it actually is. Maybe it's not like this. Maybe it's like this. This is the top area. We do like a railing. I don't really want it to line up directly with this, though, do I? Maybe I do. I don't want to overdo it. I don't know. I think I'm making it confused by not, or I'm making it confusing by not using multiple different tones. I think it's blurring it all together. Hey, Commander. We're going to start by just doing the catwalk. I like the idea of it extending up rather than down. I don't like this great look now that I've added 2 different color tones. I think I want them all to be the same. In which case, maybe I want them to be more muted. No, not really. We did it like this. I probably don't want it to be outlined like that. Shenanigans, you've reinstalled Sea of Thieves. You started jumping into that again. You haven't touched the game in over 5 years. A lot has changed since then. I like Sea of Thieves. I've only played it a little bit with a friend. But it's a good time if you have, you know, a few hours and a friend to play it with. Probably more than one. Maybe highlighting it's a mistake. Maybe it's not. So I want the catwalk to run all the way across the ship, which would mean it would go till about here. Oop. What would it look like for this to have like a railing? It would be like probably like how tall is Ripley? Ripley's about 2 blocks tall, I think, almost exactly. We'll just pretend that Ripley's like 2. Maybe Ripley's tall. Maybe Ripley's like 2 meters tall. I think I like the thicker outline. Maybe not get too carried away until we're done. Where is the thing supposed to go? Up here? That's not right. Oh no, it is right. Hey, Arnie over on YouTube. One of your friends got PC Game Pass. Popped on a few games with them. Nice, nice. Arneo wants to know what they've changed. That's a good question. Is this the end, or is this too far? Might be too far. Looking like I went too far. Yeah, I did. I went one too far. It raises an interesting visual problem, which is like, this looks like it goes nowhere when it's in the foreground, but it's fine. We'll deal with that later. Might make sense for this to be this color. We do want to add a little bit of, we want a little bit of that multi-dimensionality like we've got with our railing back here. I just thought of that. I want a little bit of that. Commander, you're going to keep working on your game, but you're so tired. Just don't do it. Just take a rest. It's Friday. I know it's tempting, but it's like you'll eventually have to pay for it, right? My partner will feel that way. My partner will be like, feel bad that she took a nap, and I'll be like, no. It wasn't like you had capacity that you didn't use. Your body was like, we're not working right now, we're taking a nap. Like, we're physically exhausted. Helps, we're getting there. I guess what we want to do then is we would want to do the other side too. We would do the other side with a little bit of darker. Oh, can't be that. No, register. Naps are goated. You fully endorse them. Yeah. I really don't. I don't nap very often. It's pretty rare for me. I enjoy them though. But I think that's because when I take a nap, it's for like 2 or more hours. I used to be really good at like coming home from school or whatever and being able to take like a 30-minute nap and then go on with my day. I have lost the ability to do that. Now if I take a nap, it's just hours. All right, let's keep upping the like multi-dimensionality here. That's unfortunate. You know what I never did is I never finished this. You'll happily take a nap when you can. Having kids makes that difficult. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Imagine having kids makes a lot difficult. Nap in peace. All right, take it easy, Commander. Yeah, I don't usually nap. Usually I just decompress. Usually I just turn on like a dumb strategy game that doesn't take a lot of effort. You know what I would make if I wasn't already so busy doing everything else? I would totally make like an auto battler. I spend most of my time when I'm playing games playing this auto battler Mechabellum, and like I think I could do better. I'm mostly kidding. I'm mostly kidding. I think if I made an auto battler, I would make it single player anyway. I like the idea though. I really like the idea of these games that have a lot going on but don't actually make much in the way of demands on the player. A little jarring to do this way. Because, like, actually, the way this would work is that the middle of this, which is here, I really hope I got that correct. There actually would be something here, right? There'd be a division. That's wrong. That's also wrong. What? Huh? Be like this? And then this would actually be like this. Because there's like a thing here. There'd be like a way off. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I always do that. I'm like, why isn't this working the way I expect it to? Wrong layer, Dave. Yeah, so we are going to make the catwalk the size of a block. We're just going to do it up. We're going up and not down. I think that's neat. I think that's kind of neat. Although this color isn't going to work. Also, why are these the same tone? When did that happen? I'm running out of shades. Having a problem with that. Okay. So then this should actually be like this. Based on the system that we use. So I'm going to actually use... I am using this color. We have one higher level. We have one higher level that we could use. On the wrong layer again. But I like this idea. I like this idea of this kind of handrail kind of thing. I can't do this. I can't make art. I've got 2 layers and I can't get them right. You think even just that extra line of pixels makes a big difference? Yeah, it does. But I think for OSHA reasons, we really need some handrails. I don't want to use my last color here. Maybe I do. Maybe I use it. I think that's looking more 3D, which is good. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's covering up that whole thing. I don't really want to do that. What we do is we make this a little taller. There we go. I think we're getting there. There's also an argument to be made for these to be like 2x2 versions of this. I think that would look terrible, but I'm open to the idea. So we did like a version of this that was like would do that. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Can you import in Ripley so that you can compare sizes with the rest of the? Yes. I might as well just make a Ripley layer, huh? Call it the character layer. I think for scale we're doing okay. Which Ripley outfit do I want? I watched a really strong Deanna episode. I like this outfit. Watched a really strong Deanna Troy episode, which obviously, like, I call this character Ripley, but like from a visual design standpoint, it's mostly Deanna in terms of the color selection. But yeah, I watched The Child, which is the premiere of season 2 of TNG last night. So actually, I should probably put her on like this level. So this would be her if she was like at the edge of this. This would be her, you know. Heck no, I guess I'll put this on the character layer. So here's Ripley in front of the door. I'm going to give her an outline. Actually, I'm going to give her a proper outline. I think we do full round, just so I can see her against the background a little better. This is how the engine would outline her. So, you know, she's 2 blocks tall, so like this door is 3 blocks tall. This is how big she would be passing through it. I think the scale is okay. Here's her like on the catwalk. It's not going to look right because she's like in front of the railing, but I think the scale's all right. Thank God your eyes can rest looking at the catwalk now. Yeah, was it really bothersome before? I think I'm getting it better. I think I'm getting into a better spot with it. Yeah. She reads okay, even like zoomed out. She reads all right. Especially with the outline. I wouldn't have the outline on all the time, but yeah. No, I don't think a two block one would look right, but what color did I use? Yeah, I don't think something like this would look right. I think I would hate it. You just gotta know, you know? It's important to know. Yeah, that doesn't communicate it. I could conceivably do like this sort of thing. This looks okay. Like, this looks all right, but I think I like the single pixel better. You don't like it? All right. You did start by saying you prefer the 1 pixel one, so I feel like you're a little biased, but I'll allow it. Oh my god, what layer is this on? Oh, this is the block legend layer, right. I have such a hard time. Let's make the actual thing, and then we'll get the layer. We'll get the pieces out. Let's finish this. My problem is technically I'm gonna need a reverse version of this catwalk, where it has the opposite great positioning, but I'm not gonna worry about that. It'll be like I actually don't know if I care enough, but I should do something like that. Looks like kitchen floor tiles. Yeah, I guess we want to avoid that. Well, let's keep that in mind when we make the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Not 100% on this, but I think it's good. I think it helps. The light source is clearly above, so I think exaggerating that with the catwalk is, I think, good. Could have created the handrail on a different layer, then you could duplicate it for the other side. I could have done a lot of things, Nix. When we make up the blocks, we'll be more careful about that, but I'm just trying to mock it up. You have a good idea. You're making a good point. We hate good points. Especially good points that force me to do more work. How do we terminate this thing? This doesn't quite look right. Looks better. Oh, load the photon torpedoes. I'm loading them. Targeting for maximum damage. Ready, aim, fire.
He's dead, Jim.
Yeah, wrong layer. Wrong layer, Dave. Would love another layer to draw on. Exactly. Too far. I think we're getting there. We're getting there. This one's short, which I guess is unavoidable. Let's finish these first. Oh, you know what we should do for consistency? We should actually do this. Something like this, maybe. I don't know if I like that. You should upgrade your single layer Dave to quantum layer Dave. Then it wouldn't matter what layer Dave draws on. You can collapse the singularity to so it's the correct layer. That's just why we got the merge button. I could just merge down. Then we're all on one layer. The great equalizer. Not quite sure how I want to deal with the terminating ones. I think I want to keep it within. So I think I would undo what I did here. Yeah, like that. Why is this one so short? Pick radio station, Arneo? All right, here's an approximate list of the stations. That I pulled 2 years ago. There are only 3 constants, Nix. Life, death, taxes. Wrong layer, Dave. Merging down layers. Forgot about off by 1 errors. You want to see the list? That's the list. I posted it. So this is a conundrum. I'm having a hard time with this here. I guess this is really what we're gonna do. I want this to be consistent, and I'm having a hard time with that. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm not gonna worry about it. There's like a slight edge case over there that I don't know what to do. You want to pick folk? Yeah, as long as not polka. Polka on that list? Oh, geez, it is. Also, I don't guarantee any minimum amount of time on this radio, just to be clear. But as long as it's fine, I won't mess with it for a while. Oh, there's a decent amount on here. All right, we're doing it. Ooh, this is a very worldly definition of folk. I like this. Thought I was going to be transported straight up into the Appalachians. A lot of the chill EDM bass ones are kind of the same EDU. Yeah, they kind of are. Also, there's a lot of music that will show up in multiple stations, I've learned. You dibs Irish folk, Magoo? Yeah. Are you on the rocky road to Dublin? Whack Falali Da. This is the conundrum. That's fine. All right, this is coming together. I forgot I need to do these. These like braces. Every 4. So that's the size of the block. Yeah, the child doesn't surprisingly get upset. I don't remember that. It's Dr. Pulaski's first episode. I have complicated feelings about Dr. Pulaski. She kind of hates Data. She kind of has mad beef with Data. But I think that's actually quite funny. All right, I think we're doing it. I think we're making a catwalk. I think it looks okay. Now the conundrum, the real conundrum, which I did not account for, is I want this to be a 4-directional one. That's fine. That should be relatively easy to do. This feels like you're in Middle Earth. Like, I don't think that's quite accurate. The catwalk is too detailed. It looks out of place. We'll increase the detail of everything else. That's fine. I think this is a piece that can't be done in low detail. The idea is that eventually this will be full resolution. Like, we're not blocking this out. Like, this is going to be a finished piece. And I kind of talked about it yesterday. My approach is like, I usually fixate on some small detail until that detail is done, and then I move on, which is kind of questionable for an art approach, but it's what I do. It's what I do. Come hell or high water, or whatever. Okay, this is more what I was expecting in terms of the radio. Gotta put the cat on there. Oh yeah, the cat is gonna be all over. The cat wouldn't be here though. The cat would be like, get out of here, Ripley. Jonesy time. Where's Jonesy? I didn't open Jonesy recently. I didn't open the Jonesy file. There's Ripley. There's Jonesy. There's Jonesy. Well, you know, I realize there's like a flaw in the way that I've drawn Jonesy here. I should really draw Jonesy for like a lie like this. I should try to draw a version of Jonesy that's like in perspective, because this is gonna be a hard time. Whereas this like is okay because it's less than 4 pixels. So like this, we can just put Jonesy up here. You know. Because you know this is the kind of shit this cat is going to get up to. That's fun. Yeah, we were talking yesterday about how we need to texture these panels in such a way that you can actually kind of subtly see the grid without explicitly like seeing the grid, you know? Magoo, you've listened to 5 different types of Rocky Road to Dublin, as well as over 80 different Irish songs. You've listened to 5 composers of sea shanties and over 50 sea shanties. That's funny. You know, I think you'd be surprised to learn that the Canadians do the best sea shanties. Rip, oh, this is embarrassing. Why am I forgetting his name? Rip Stan Rogers, the GOAT. The last of Barrett's privateers. Obviously, Northwest Passage. I need to watch The Terror. The fact alone that they used Northwest Passage is good. I mean, that's what it's about. I need to watch The Terror because it's got my boys in it. It's got Ciarán Hinds and whoever played Brutus in Rome. I don't remember his name. Who played this guy? Tobias Menzies. Yeah, he's good. He's fun. It's got Ciarán Hinds and Tobias Menzies in it. These guys are my dogs. All right, I think this turned out pretty good. I think this turned out okay. I'm pretty happy with this for a catwalk. Now what we need to do is we need to double it. Well, what we should do before we bust this up is maybe make a block for it. Slight conundrum. I guess this is just an end piece, so we'll just have an end piece. It'd be better if it went like this. Yeah, that's better, huh? Although that wouldn't actually help, would it? In fact, that might actually introduce an inconsistency. This was handled poorly. Alright, we're gonna try a couple of things. Here. We're gonna do this as an end piece. So we'll figure out the end piece. I'm having a hard time doing this in a way that's consistent, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Like this. Okay, I disagree with this, doing this like this. Hey, Hex, how's it going? Oh, you like their Magoo? You like their version of Libra Johnny? Libra Johnny's good. That's good. Stan has a live version that's really nice. They'd end shows with that song a lot, which I think it's an excellent way to end a show. Libra Johnny. You're not sure you can nicknameify that? Nix, I know you're gonna try. I trust you to try. How's it going, Hex? What have you been up to? I went too far. What if we did this consistently? What if we attempted to do this consistently? How do I do it here? How do I do the edges here? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Arneo, you're zoning out and you should be testing AI. Flies around now. You're just not sure how good a pilot they are. Gets very confused by the asteroid field. AI does. I play a lot of Cosmeteer. And the piloting system that everyone uses, the AI player, autopilot, I guess you would call it. The autopiloting system is notoriously bad at navigating asteroid fields. It's a really hard problem, to be fair. It's a really hard problem. Just ask the Cosmeteer dev how they do it. Go ask Walt. Okay, this is more consistent, sort of. Not really, though. Not when you think about it. You know what I might do, just for consistency? Like this. But what would that look like then if I extended this? Well, I'd have to do the other one the same way, wouldn't I? The thing that has me in a bit of a conundrum is what to do with the top of the railing. Like, I guess I just extend it by one, huh? And I just accept that that's a little weird. You might just tell it to avoid the field and make the arena portion of the map a bit more open so he doesn't embarrass himself. I think for the scope of what you're trying to do with your demo, that might not be a terrible idea. I think it's a problem that eventually you'll need to address, but it's one of those, like, you gotta choose if you always gotta decide if that's right now or if it could conceivably be later, right? I like the 1 pixel catwalk railing. I don't really want to make a 2 pixel one just for consistency. I think I would rather do something else to achieve consistency. So let's make 3 pieces. Let's make a mid piece and 2 end pieces. Seems like a reasonable way to approach this. And honestly, the beginning piece could just be like just the beginning. So if we did this, and we like attached a midpoint to it. I don't love that. I don't love the perfectly aligned railings. I think what I really want to do is shift the foreground one forward and the background one back. All right, take it easy, Nanigans. Have a good weekend. Not sure about this. Not sure about what I'm doing here. So this looks fine as the starting piece, pretty much, right? We just do this. This is a problem. That's a problem. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's okay. It's one of those things where it's like, I think if you scrutinize it a little too much, it looks weird. But if you don't, it actually looks kind of okay. It achieves my shifting goal, or my goal for shifting the view around without messing too much up. Oh, you know what I would love? I would love if I only needed one of these. That would be pretty cool. Next, you like the 2-pixel one because it looks cheaper. Interesting. That is true. This is supposed to be a janky looking ship. Pretzel has decided to rebel. It's like, why are you playing different music than what you always play? What am I supposed to do? Will the catwalk be easy-ish to add once you have the art, or is it very different behavior? I think it's fine up until the point that I decide how ladders work. Like, I kind of want a ladder well in the middle that just goes down, but I think that would be maybe unfortunate. I could do ladders. It's been suggested that I do my ladders up against the wall. What I've previously attempted is something like this, where you have ladders on the side. I don't think that works so hot with our new railing system, but maybe it's fine. Maybe this would still be fine. It might actually be totally okay. I think the idea is that we have a room in the back somewhere, a room in the front, and then some rooms on the side. All right. I think we're going to use the same piece. I don't think I actually need to have different pieces. We're going to do a little trickery here. This is a little bit of a trick, the way I'm handling this part. But I think it'll be all right. I don't think most people will notice. So I'm actually going to get rid of the other two here. I was thinking I would have maybe versions of this for the front and the back. Or not the front and the back, for ends, quote unquote. But I actually don't think I want to do that. I think we'll just have one for each direction. So a left one and a right one. That said, I am making some strong choices in terms of the lighting that is going to be hard to reconcile. It's not going to be that hard. So we default to having the light source above, but so the primary light source is coming from above, but we're also going to have it's going to be above and towards the camera. The way I kind of have this set up, it just makes everything easier if I just presume that is how this works. I think there will be a couple of awkward points to that, but I think it's all right. So let's get rid of this and then rebuild it using this piece. You know, the end. Actually, we may indeed have different pieces at the end. No, maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. This doesn't need to be perfect. All right. I'm a little annoyed at Pretzel. Pretzel. Pretzel.radio or whatever you're called. Pretzel.rocks. Music, please. I'm going to switch it to the chill guitar radio. There we go. The folk radio, like, died. I hope this is close enough. No refunds. All right, can we remake this using just one block piece is the question. Oh, wait, maybe I do... Right, I do actually want... Huh. Oh, this doesn't work. Well, I guess I do need some slightly different things going on here. Maybe we do actually have to have end pieces. What I actually want is I want to move this over here. Get rid of this. This would be retained. How will lighting work when things rotate? Will there even be rotations in lo-fi? Yes. Rotate will have relatively trivial rotations to start because we don't actually need to move the camera. Lo-fi is going to be so small that the whole ship is going to be visible in one view, and so I don't think I will have camera movement. And if I don't have camera movement, rotation becomes trivial. So yeah, we will rotate. The lighting under the rotation won't normally matter. If there's like point lights and stuff or like localized lighting, we'll have to approach that. But the static lighting is meant to be just kind of fine. It's meant to be kind of non-specific. All right, well, this isn't totally working out the way I was hoping it would. Getting consistency between the pieces is resulting in a compromise that I don't like. Specifically around like this. It's like what I would like to do actually would be do something like this. And then have something like this, but that's too big. And it looks weird. What if I do something weird? I think I have an idea. think I have an idea for how we're going to make this work. So we'll do this as the start piece. Do this as the beginning piece. We will get rid of the stuff going on here. In fact, we might even do this as well. Oh, why is this out of sync somehow? Oh, no, it's not. All right, I have an idea. This looks a little terrible. We're going to see if we can get this to look good together as a group. So this is the beginning piece. And then let's forget about the other side. Well, I'm going to actually save this in case I mess this up. So if that's the first piece, this is the end piece. Hey, Chris Knife. Lo-fi flyby beats to productivity power up too. That's the idea. That's the general idea. Glad it's kind of working. Happy Friday. We had fun at Noise Bridge. Right, this is going to also be different because this will be like this. Let's see if we can do this in a way that feels good and is consistent as well. This part would go away. Oh, what layer did I just do that all on? Okay, mostly the correct layer. Mostly. I have an alternative idea if this doesn't work, but we're going to see if we can do this way. I actually have an idea for this. Doing this in a way that is even is going to be tricky. I have an idea. also do an extra one on the edge or something. This would make sure that they're not aligned, which could be good. What if we did it like this? Now, the thing about this is we don't actually need it to be consistent. We could hand draw this. And not really have to worry about the consistency at this phase. But I would like to be consistent when possible. Should this be like this instead? Probably. I'm trying to add a little of that perspective. Got that perspective in me. Oh, is that the secret? Is that what we should have been doing this whole time? No, we can't do it like that. I kind of like this. I think I could make this work. I think what I want to do is I actually want to get rid of some of this. There, maybe for just this part. I'm running out of time for today, but that's okay. I like what we're doing. All right, so this I should be able to just tessellate. Yeah. The posts line up, but they line up in a way that I find acceptable. You're too excited to be done for the day, but you think you're done for the day, Arneo? I feel you. I feel you on that. I want to reiterate the fact that I don't actually need this to be totally consistent right now. But we are trying to make it such. All right, I think this works. You like this version of the handrail posts? Yeah, it's way easier to tessellate putting them this way. Putting them at the beginning and the end of the block adds so many complications and crazy edge cases. Whereas if you just put them kind of in the middle, you don't have any of that problem. You have a little bit of a problem with maybe the beginning and the end, but that's easy. That's easy to formalize. I don't quite remember how far this was supposed to go. I love how easy it is to just accidentally select one pixel. I also love how absolutely trash the line tool is in Sprite sometimes. Okay, so this is this is the end. This is that one. So this is the left, the right end comes to here. So I think I need one more. I think I need one more of these to reach the end. I think this one's a little busy. I feel like there's maybe too many railings. But maybe not. Maybe when you consider the size of the characters, kind of correct. Looks sturdy. I kind of want to keep trying with this one. I feel like we're close. I don't want to do that. I absolutely do not want to do that. Only thing I could think to do is do this. In which case, why is this all the way here? You know what? Look at this. I know I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, I was really on the wrong layer. Okay. This almost works. Almost. It's so close to working. Problem is you can't do this because of the what's going to happen. I could do this, though. No, I should probably do this on the correct layer if I'm going to do this. I think you could do this version. Make a copy. I think we can do something like this. I am going to need to wrap it up soon. But that's fine. We're still streaming tomorrow. I think what you would need to do is to do these like this. Yeah, but now do this like this. That doesn't, doing it this way, I think is coherent, but it changes how everything else works. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay. Maybe what we need is an extra piece. An end piece. This is becoming less okay to me. I don't hate this. I'm going to leave this one because what we could do with this one... What we could do with this one... This end looks weird. But I think you would do that. This one looks a little weird, but what we could do with this one is it would be... like this. Oh, you know what? That doesn't work, huh? Well, it kind of works. I kind of like the less often hand railings. I think this is too much. I kind of want to try to make this one work. All right, take it easy. Take it easy, Magoo. Hey, bad cop. Why is it called a catwalk? That's a good question. That's a good question. We do have a cat up there, though. I don't like that version of it. I think I'm gonna try to go back and make this version work. But I gotta get back to my day job. Go do some laundry and stuff. So we'll probably pick this up tomorrow. Hopefully we can finish this part of it tomorrow and we'll have the cargo bay done. And we can block out at least approximately where the engine room, the airlock, and the cockpit's gonna be. Well, airlocks plural, I guess. Because this will be a 4-way catwalk. I really want to utilize this design on the ships because it does provide a more open view than you would otherwise get. You're gonna sleep? Yeah. Sounds good. Sounds good, Nix. Alright, so this would be, you know, in fact... we change kind of some things about this, huh? Eraser. When did my eraser become that size? We're going to try to do something like this. It makes sense individually, but I think as a group, this is gonna work more correctly. Because if I tessellate this one, it should look correct. And it does. Pretty much. We just would need to make special end pieces. Which is okay. I think we'll probably do that. So one of the end pieces would be like this. In fact, it would probably include this whole part. Would also be a little taller. We're having some consistency issues with this. We'll have to keep messing around with it. I want to work on it. I think this one tessellates really easily, but I don't like what we end up getting. So I think I want to make something else. This is a little too much. but that's fine. We'll pick it up tomorrow. We'll pick up some lo-fi flyby tomorrow. I gotta go. This was fun though, as always. I will be back tomorrow. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.